Okay, we're live again. Last time it didn't. Hello, we're live again. And I cannot hear myself in my headset, but I assume you can hear me. So far, no one's listening, and that's fantastic. We're not going to mute it. We're going to share our screen. What are we going to do? We're going to share our screen not with the live stream, with, could be X. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of choices. Look here. Not the live, still no plan. So we're just getting going on this, learning how to do it. I tried the Riverside dashboard share. No, that's not right. That is not right. So we've got the microphone. We're gonna have to end the stream again because I don't know how to get rid of this OBS camera, right? I don't know how to get rid of the OBS camera. So I'm sharing this. Let's close it. Closing it. Leave. Does that mean we're no longer live? Oh, what's this down here? Go live. What's this here? Go live. Is it live? What's this? Brave widget. Brave talk. What's that all about? A blue screen. I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, but it's these people are so loud and annoying. These guys are really loud and annoying with their drums. I don't like that. They're like screaming their heads off. Why can't they just have a conversation? Screaming, is screaming necessary? Anyway, so that's New York. It's 7:48 p.m. Eastern. I wondered if I could. I'm going to close this because too much screaming. And then I'm going to play this. Okay, I'm gonna close this. That's not helpful either. All right, we're live over here. There I am. And this is where I could end the stream. Now, look at this. Share screen. We could put on, I don't know who this guy is. Oh, this is Clooney predicts what will happen to Trumpism after Trump's term. I think that'll be fun to look at. Can we relook at that? Oh. Everyone's having...
You stand on the stage every night in front of all these seats, and I'm wondering, what did the people here tell you about this play? Like, what is the feeling they have that brings them here?
The things that that I get to say, which were Edward R. Murrow's words. You know, Edward R. Murrow represented us at our best. He spoke in a way that we all wish we could in the right moments. You know, I'm always in the car driving home going, you know what, I should have said. He kind of said it exactly the right way at the right time. And you can feel everybody move forward in their chairs. You can, by the end, this whole front row is just weeping. They're just bawling. I think they feel
good. It looks like I got it.
That they wanted a place to be in a room together where they could hear and talk about who we are at our best.
You've had people,
sure,
we've had breakout protests in the audience.
Sure, a couple, and for both sides. We've had them yell, resist, and stand up and scream, and we've had them stand up and yell on the other side. That's okay. You know,
do you change anything? I mean, do you respond to that?
I have responded at times, but only in character. Only
you respond as Edward R. Murrow.
Sure, you'll just say, well, you know, as a reporter, I've covered protests. I believe our nation was founded on protests and in the great traditions of the First Amendment and the Constitution. I hope you feel satisfied with your protest, and now you'll sit down and let everybody else.
Does that work?
It does, I think, kind of. I think people wanted to get their. I think they want to make their point, and I think that at times, particularly when it's against what we're trying to say, it's hard to really argue against speaking truth to power because it cuts both ways. You know,
the left and right. That's what I want to speak truth to power.
Okay, so I have to go to the George Clooney one. This is my live one, and then that stops George from talking. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull, how do you do that? We'll let George Clooney talk some more. Who likes George? Who likes George Clooney? Okay. Here it is. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, that was also a good one. Emotions and calm down strategies that I also watched. So let's watch a little more, George. And I think we're still creating right now. Are we? Yes. Okay, we have to go to the other. There we are, George. See if it'll work.
And both of the powers don't really want to be challenged all that often. You know, I mean, I've been friends with many presidents who don't love getting, called constantly on the carpet, and so it cuts both ways. Speaking truth to power,
it does. To the times we're in, though. I mean, is what happened to Murrow though a cautionary tale?
You know, he gambled his reputation on telling the truth, and he won in terms of telling the truth and had great success in it, but it did cost him.
What do you think Murrow would think about what's happening at CBS News today?
Well, I think it's an interesting question. You know, Bill Owen was here a couple of days before.
Former executive producer of CBS who resigned.
He was here a couple of days before he resigned. I said to him, remember, a lot of the characters in this play are the people who started 60 Minutes. And they lost their job doing this, or they was greatly reduced. But it stands the test of time. And remember that losing your job is not the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is that you let a moment in time and in history go without challenging it, a moment that needed to be challenged. What a, and I say to him, you have to, I want to be able to look at our kids and say, there was a moment in time when this was happening, and this is where I stood. Whether it worked or not, whether it was effective or not, at the very least, there was, it wasn't out of cowardice. It wasn't, I didn't shirk my responsibilities as a citizen of the United States.
Early on in my career, I spent a lot of time going to societies that were falling apart. And I was very interested in what happens when societies fall apart and collapse. What has surprised you the most in the last millionaires going to the inauguration?
Yeah.
A Netflix deal for Melania Trump for $40 million, which for a documentary is
a lot of money for a documentary. Against the law firms in the willingness to burn it all down.
These are levers of power that have never been pulled before. Going after law firms is a new concept.
Yeah.
Going after universities like this, you look at the pillars of democracy, the checks and balances.
I think the burn it all down thing is interesting because it's like action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction. And people are just like in an emotional turmoil of hatred or love. I don't know. Okay. I was just talking to myself on the internet. All right. Let's go back over here. I'm going to end the stream and we're going to come back again. That's 13 minutes. That's not bad. End stream.